When did you realize someone was all bark and no bite? I was 15 when my little brother Tommy got diagnosed with severe asthma. Dad would always brag about how he'd do anything to protect his family. He'd tell stories at bars about beating up guys who looked at us wrong. Everyone believed his tough guy act. Tommy's condition got worse. He needed expensive medications and breathing treatments every day. Dad promised he'd pick up extra shifts at his construction job to help pay for everything. He made a big show of it, telling everyone at church how he was sacrificing everything for his sick son. But the pharmacy kept calling about unpaid bills. Mom would cry at the kitchen table looking at past due notices. Meanwhile, Dad's Harley got new chrome parts, and his jacket collection grew. When I asked about the medical bills, he'd flex his muscles and say, "Don't worry about adult things, kid." One night, Tommy had a severe attack. His rescue inhaler was empty because Dad hadn't refilled it, claiming he was too busy working overtime. We rushed to the ER, but Dad was nowhere to be found. Mom called him 23 times while doctors worked to stabilize Tommy. Dad finally showed up 6 hours later, wearing a new leather jacket. He started his usual tough guy routine, yelling at nurses about why they hadn't helped his son faster. That's when this tiny female doctor, barely 5 feet tall, walked in. She looked straight at Dad and said, "Where were you when your son couldn't breathe? Where are you during his treatments? Why haven't you paid for his medications?" With each question, my father seemed to shrink. The doctor pulled out Tommy's medical records. Dad hadn't attended a single appointment. The overtime he claimed to work, his boss confirmed he'd actually cut back his hours. The money for Tommy's medications went to Dad's new motorcycle parts instead. Dad tried to intimidate the doctor, puffing up his chest and stepping toward her. She didn't flinch. Instead, she pulled out her phone, showing photos of Tommy's latest chest x-rays. "This is your son's lungs," she said. "While you're buying leather jackets, he's slowly suffocating." The tough biker gang leader started stammering excuses. His face turned red as other parents in the ER watched. The doctor called in a social worker, who asked Dad detailed questions about Tommy's care. He couldn't answer any of them. Mom finally stood up and told the real story. Dad hadn't worked overtime once. The extra money she earned waitressing, which Dad claimed was for his business investments, had actually gone to his biker friends. He'd been lying to everyone for years. That night, the social worker helped Mom pack our things. The tiny doctor who stood up to Dad helped us find an apartment near the hospital. She connected Mom with programs that helped pay for Tommy's medications. Dad's biker friends showed up at our new place once, revving their engines and making threats. The doctor called the police, who revealed that most of the gang members had outstanding warrants. They scattered like cockroaches when the police arrived. Today, Tommy's asthma is under control. Mom works as a respiratory therapist, helping other kids breathe easier.